crisis is deeply affecting Europe unity and the European project, because it casts a doubt about the validity of this project. And what we see nowadays between European countries is not a demonstration of solidarity, but on the contrary, a demonstration of division. This crisis is the biggest ordeal we ever went through since World War II, I believe. We might avoid the collapse, total collapse of Europe, and maybe get out of this chaos in a better shape. I think everybody is becoming aware of the fatal consequences of the disaggregation of southern countries in Europe. So it's every nation's interest to save Greece, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Ireland, and maybe one day France also. As I said, Europe has erased national identity, national sovereignty, because most of the laws now are being voted in Brussels, but it has not created a new feeling of pan-European patriotism. And so the reaction to this global world is a hyper-local feeling. So Catalonia, Scotland, and tomorrow Brittany maybe, or Wales, or Lombardia in Italy. And so we can see our great nations disintegrate themselves. So that's why I think Europe should now settle the definitive borders. You know, we cannot keep increasing ourselves indefinitely. We have to say, now this is a border of European Union, and all the countries which stand outside will never join us. We are one nation made of 27 members, but we cannot get bigger, because the biggest the bigger we get, the weaker we are inside. We have no foreign policy, and Brussels is just a masquerade. You know, it's just an empty shell, which calibers the length of the bananas, of the composition of the cheese, but doesn't have a real political power. Golden Dawn phenomenon is not only Greek, it takes place also in Hungary. It's the same kind of radical aspects, and it's quite concerning, because it seems that Europe is swinging between its two demons, extreme left and extreme right. And we have to be very careful about that and try to diffuse the extreme right and to implement crackdown on most of its leaders. But of course, nobody can watch this happen without strong concerns about the consequences of the action of those extremists. I think in Greece and in Hungary also, because immigration is quite recent. You had immigrants, but not in the same proportion as you have now. And contrary to France or England, which are countries of immigrants for now more than 100 years, this phenomenon is new in Greece. So the reaction is much more radical and much more violent. So everything should be permitted in a democracy except resort to murders. And whenever a murder is committed against Pakistanis or Albanians or any other country members, there should be a very strong reaction of the power. No weakness is allowed in front of those extremist groups. The crisis has affected the relationships between people, and you can see that especially in France. In Paris, people are tense, people are aggressive. There is no friendship in the streets. So I think solidarity will go in both ways. On one hand, there will be more family solidarity, solidarity between generations, grandparents helping grandchildren, and so that would be very strong, especially in countries of Catholic or Orthodox background. But on the other hand, there is no solidarity between the members of the same nation, and I think we will see more violent struggles between workers and enterprises. We will see more demonstrations. We will see more suicidal actions because people are despaired and they have no hope into the political power.